Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about Arkham City, was it Order of the World? Yes. So this is a book that was released, I want to say a couple of years ago now, and I've only just got around to reading the first issue. I remember picking it up thinking, this definitely seems like a Black Label book, and as you all know, if anyone that's followed my videos, I'm always willing to give the Black Label books a go because I love the idea and I love the concept. And this was, at the time I picked it up, this was written, well it still is, written by someone, Dan, I believe it's Watters. It's someone that I've come across before, and I believe potentially at the time I was reading Homesick Pilots that he did for Image. I want to say he did like 2 or 3 volumes of that, and I thought that was really good. It was about big robotic monsters fighting like kaiju kind of monsters. But he did a series a good few years ago now that was called Coffin Bound. And I remember picking that up and thinking, this is really gritty. Not exactly the sort of easiest to read. And he did that book with someone called Danny. And I remember just being completely overwhelmed with the visuals, and I thought this is incredible. It's like I said, it's very, very gritty. You've got main characters doing drugs, it talks about death, there's so much going on that is very kind of adult. And this book is from the same creators. So you've got Dan Watters as the writer, you've got Danny who is the illustrator, and then you've got Dave Stewart who does the colours. And Dave Stewart is someone I know of from, I can't remember if it was Post Americana, which was a post-apocalyptic book that I read that I thought was just incredible amounts of fun, that had zombie chickens in it. And as soon as you get to the first issue of zombie chickens, I'm like, I'm in, doesn't matter, yeah, let's go. So I know Dave Stewart can be quite out there with his things. Now I know he's only doing the colours on this, but again, it comes down to the three people that really do some adult material, doing a book that looks like it should be a Black Label. Now this isn't actually a Black Label book, but it does feel like it. So it's set in the Batman universe around, it says it's Arkham City. The inmates of Arkham Asylum have essentially been released to the general population. And the opening scene in this book is harrowing. It really is. So for people that have not got a particularly strong stomach, tune out of this one. So it opens up with Ratcatcher hiding under a child's bed, and when the police get there, he talks about how he was going to eat the child. So the person that turns up to try and talk to Ratcatcher is a Dr. Joy, who seems to be a psychologist of a lot of the inmates of Arkham. And she feels responsible for the fact that a lot of her patients have been sort of let loose upon the people of Gotham. She is an interesting character without a doubt, and we're not entirely sure if she's sort of good or bad. But like I said, she feels that kind of torment. And it's interesting to read the book throughout, because she's talking about all of her clients, whether it be Mad Hatter, whether it be, there's a villain in there that I just don't know about. I'm going to be completely honest. There's, what do they call it? The 10-finger man or something. And on all fingers, he has eyes. Very, very strange. But this book is about someone that's going around potentially killing these people. So she wants to both save them, but yet also get them back to Arkham. Even though Arkham has been completely deserted, because for some reason, the Joker, as he does, let off some sort of toxin, killing quite a lot of the residents and quite a lot of the staff. But anyone who wasn't killed managed to escape. So right there, you have a really interesting concept that everyone's been let loose into Gotham. They didn't necessarily try and break out, it's just kind of happened. And you have this psychologist who it seems like she wants to kind of round everyone up. Now, as I said, it's very dark and very gritty, and I really do think that Danny's artwork really helps this. I'm going to literally just pick a random page. Right, let's pick a random page without an advert. So this is Professor Pig operating on someone. You can see that it's not exactly your standard clean-cut DC stuff. And it really lends itself to the story because you're talking about some really dark, gritty material here. You didn't want something that's very clean-cut for the artwork. So it really does work well. And by the end of the story, I'm not going to ruin anything at the moment because I've only read the first issue anyway. But by the end of it, like I said, you're not entirely sure about the character of Dr. Joy. And there is still a lot of the inmates that are still out there. The only thing I'm really disappointed about is it took me so long to read this, because this is a great concept, and I love the way that it's written and illustrated. And I'm hoping for the next 5 issues that we don't see Batman, because this story is not about Batman. It's not about Harley Quinn. It's not really about Joker. Joker is obviously part of the inciting incident and the fact that he's the one that's let the criminals out of the asylum. But this doesn't seem to be about those characters, and I really hope it stays away from them, because this is a really interesting idea. And I think if done right, you can have a Gotham story without those kind of characters. So without a doubt, I'd be curious to pick up the rest of these to find out what's going on with them and find out how it progresses. But overall, this is a very strong first issue, and I have to say, for anyone who likes like a murder mystery or a dark thriller, this is definitely one for you. So Arkham City, Order of the World by Dan Watters. Yeah, I'm loving it. I can't wait to get the book, to be honest. But if you guys have read the Arkham City book, please let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, because it really does help me out. And I'll see you all in the next video.